Hey guys, it's Jim here. And no, you didn't read that title incorrectly. Tom DeLonge is a great guitar player. And I'm going to go even further than that. I think he's a great musician and a really good songwriter. Alright, so if you followed the channel, you'd know I recently had in a Fender Artist Tom DeLonge Stratocaster for sale. I sold that guitar. But while I had it, it made me revisit all of those old Blink-182 albums because when I was growing up, I was a drummer, I was a skateboarder, and I enjoyed the hell out of Blink-182. They were the first band that really opened a lot of doors for me as far as finding other bands that played really fast music, because that was my thing. I really liked fast music. Screaming, not so much, but the fast music and the rebellious music was something that really struck a chord with me, and I loved it. And it has been years since I've really gone back and listened to Blink-182, because when Tom DeLonge left the band, I kind of lost interest in that style of music because I'd kind of grown up a little bit, and I felt like the songs were all kind of not really evolving in terms of the content, where Mark wanted to keep going with the same formula, which you can completely understand. I mean, look at the career that that man has built for himself with the help of the other people in the band doing so. But Tom always wanted to kind of grow a little bit and try more experimental and try different sounds. And obviously he's gone on to have different side projects as well, which I've listened to, but not as much as I really should. I should really give it a chance, especially after refinding and reappreciating his music. But I like that about him. I like that he wasn't happy just playing the same things over and over again. But back to the important person here in the story, obviously, and that's me. The first band I was ever in, I was the drummer, and I really enjoyed playing drums. I loved the showmanship. I loved everything about playing drums. But I wasn't in love with the style of music that we were playing, and when I decided I wanted to learn how to play guitar and, make my own band after the fact, I had no idea where to start. I never took any lessons. I didn't have all of these YouTube resources like a lot of people now have. I just kind of was figuring it out, and I looked at Dude Ranch, and I was able to learn those songs pretty much on my own without too much effort. Within a year, I was able to play the album front to back and confidently sing along with it. When I look back at those songs now, and I look back at Tom and his writing, it's really remarkable, and he deserves a lot more respect than he gets, in my honest opinion. And what makes Tom a great guitarist and a great songwriter was he was able to take simple and make it interesting. He didn't try to do too much. I can't think of a single song where he plays a legitimate guitar solo inside of it, and not every guitar player has to be like that. It's a good reminder of that. And now we have Instagram, where you'll see 5, 6, 7-year-olds ripping through Van Halen perfectly note for note. And I mean, that's amazing in its own right, but I think it's important to remember it's about the songwriting too sometimes. It's not just all about being a virtuoso, because it's all fine and well to have all these chops, but if the song's not memorable and it doesn't get stuck in your head and it's not something that, makes you feel something when you're listening to it, I don't know, what's really the point outside of showing that you can do something? And I think of riffs like Dammit, obviously. That riff, man, that riff really, really, really got me wanting to learn how to play guitar to begin with. And there's not a whole lot to that riff. A new guitarist could learn how to play that fairly quickly. However, it gets stuck in your head. It's good. When you hear it come on, you instantly recognize that's Tom DeLonge, that's Blink-182, you know the song. And in many ways, I think Tom is really, really similar to another one of my favorite guitarists, and that's Noel Gallagher. Neither of them really play leads, neither of them really solo, but they take the basics and they build them in such a unique way where it's not boring to the listener, because quite frankly, I could pick up one of these guitars behind me right now and hammer out a billion songs in that style just with power chords. It's not rocket science. You're not reinventing the wheel. Tom did not reinvent the wheel in any sense of the word, but what he did do was inspire a new generation of players to look at the guitar differently outside of the way that people were looking at, especially in the late 80s coming out of that. People were, everything was really technical, really fast, really in-your-face, super rock star. And in a way, he was like that, and he didn't care about being that atypical kind of guitarist and lead guitar player. He wanted to be himself, and I think that his music really reflects it, and he's very underrated. But re-listening to those albums now, specifically Cheshire Cat, Dude Ranch, and Enema of the State, those are the three I was really into that band for. It still holds up to me. And it brings me back to that place when I was a teenager. I was skateboarding all around New York, trying to film video parts for skate videos and playing out with bands, causing a ruckus, getting in a lot of trouble, just being a kid. And that's something that there's not so many bands that do that for me and that really resonate to this day. And those are good songs. A lot of them are great songs. A lot of them are silly songs. I understand that. And I'm not saying that, anything he did was super groundbreaking, but he was important to me, and I feel like he was really important to a lot of other guitarists. And rarely on this YouTube channel do I post myself playing guitar covers. I don't know, I did one or two, and then I kind of decided I didn't really want to go down that route. But I did decide that I was going to play a song that when I was playing in a band and I was the singer, as I've said a few times, I did not like singing. I still do not like singing. A song that we did play was a Tom DeLonge song, a Blink-182 song, and that was Wendy Clear. So while I had this guitar, before I shipped it out, I shot myself playing along with the track. It's nothing hard, but it's a song I really love, and it brings back good memories and good people. So my question to you guys today, what guitars from your childhood do you look at the way that I look at Tom DeLonge? And that means, not the typical virtuoso, like legendary lead guitar player, because I feel like we get a little too caught up in that aspect of it, but somebody who you liked their songs, and you liked how they really were honest with themselves, and they weren't trying to do something that just to appease people. But that's where I'm going to leave you guys today. I'm going to post the cover right after this of Wendy Clear and that Tom DeLonge Stratocaster. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, please leave me a like. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the overall content. Again, leave me a comment. Let me know about a maybe underrated guitarist to you. I know a lot of people will say Kurt Cobain here. I know a lot of people will say Kurt Cobain here. But anyway, let me know down below. And other than that, I will see you tomorrow for another guitar-related video. Take it easy, guys.